Hey guys. Tactical.
Nicole sauce.
Hi.
I found my cocktail.
Yes, you did. And you also hit the record button this time.
I did. It's always fun to record these twice.
Yeah. I did a video that I recorded 3 times yesterday, twice today, and I think I'm going to have to do it another time because the video is probably not going to be usable from today, so that's going
Oh well,
to be. But anyway,
will be Principle 5, right?
5. We're on 5.
High five.
Halfway through-ish, kind of. So, ethics, aka don't be a dick.
Well, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, one would think,
Is it
but
easy?
huh?
Is it easy?
For some people, apparently for some people, not so much. I
Hmm.
mean, everybody's known that guy, right?
Yeah. Or gal.
That, yeah, that's a dick just for the sake of being a dick for no other reason. For some reason, they tend to like get off on it somehow or another. I've never really understood
Yeah. Those people are weird.
that. Yeah. So I mean, for me, this one kind of comes down to, I mean, there's a certain way that you should try to treat people, and you should do it from an ethical standpoint because I would hope that's how you want other people to treat you.
It's almost
And
like
kind
the
of,
golden rule.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, in if you act like a dick, people are going to treat you like a dick. I've definitely seen it happen over the years. I mean, there's people that, I mean, if you're on fire, I might piss on you to put you out, but, you know, even though I'm a mechanic, just because your car breaks down doesn't mean I'm going to help you because you're a dick. I don't want to help you.
Well, and that reminds me, there's one in my neighborhood. And
Yeah.
we all know who I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guy who lives down the road who moved in here, and right about the same time they were putting city water in. And I didn't want city water because it was like $150,000 for 8 miles drilling through granite, or not granite, but whatever we have here. And I know because they did end up putting it in. It was a cluster, and it cost more than $150,000 to get 8 families water, of which 4 didn't have it already. And when I did the math for that, I was like, well, that's screwed up. We're going to get city water through here. Water's not that good. And all we need to do is put a little bit of infrastructure down by those 4 people, and we're done. Well, he befriended me because he knew I was anti city water and did it under the guise of not wanting it. And then, like, signed a petition against the whole system and then changed, like, flipped over, and it resulted in a big community meeting where I was the center of attention, we'll just say. They were trying to pressure me into changing my mind. I never changed my mind. It was a ethically flawed implementation because they were claiming low income, yet had, like, most of the people here have vacation homes on our roads. It's like their second home. Like, don't claim low income when it's your second fucking home, right? But he he did that, and since that day we have not been friends. And as you said, if he was drowning in a lake, I'd throw him a life preserver, but other than that, he's dead to me.
Yeah.
And I'd say this, politically that was probably a good move, but because he did win, I did lose, but
Well, he might have won on that one issue, but how many bridges did he burn in the process?
quite a few.
You you might win for that situation, but the next time around, you've already been identified as a dick. And I had another guy that I knew, and basically, long story short, he opened up a pawn shop. I went in there because he had an FFL, so I was looking to see what he had. But I very quickly started hearing from, because I'd only been in that community for about a year,
Right.
but this guy had been there all his life, and I very quickly started hearing, dude, stay away from him. He's shady. He's
Yeah.
shiesty. He's going to try to screw you over. He's going to pull something like from all kinds of different people. I started hearing about this, that, and the other about this dude. And I don't know what actually happened. I have my suspicions that he might have gotten shut down. But I kind of tend to think he just didn't do any business. Because everybody I talked to in that community was like, this dude is a dick. Stay away from him. And you don't want that reputation.
So
I mean, you might be able to. You might be able to get away with doing stuff like that in like New York City or something like that, but you know.
I don't know. There's a lot of nice people in New York, counter to the rap it gets.
Yeah. But I mean, there's enough people there that you might be able to get away with that at least for a while, but eventually, I mean, word's going to spread. So you kind of need to have a set of ethics when you're dealing with other people.
Yeah, and you know, to me, it seems really natural not to be a dick.
You know?
But it might not be natural.
I mean, I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on the way that they're brought up. You know, the environment that they came up in. But it is definitely something that can be learned.
So how do you know when you're being a dick?
For me, I kind of think, never been a dick. At least I don't think I have. But I mean, it's usually pretty obvious because for me, dicks say stuff just to be hurtful. Like me, I can be an a-hole, and especially like I had one in particular situation at work where we're in like 6-foot seas, and I got somebody with a broken foot, and we're trying to get them off of one boat onto another, and the boats are about to lock up masts and stuff like that. And I might have said some mean things, but okay, I did.
Were you a very direct communicator in that situation?
I was very direct, and I was very loud about it.
Okay, fair enough.
But it was a dangerous situation, and it was a situation where I don't have time to play nice. What I did was not to be mean. That was not my intention. My intention was this is a dangerous situation. We need to take a step back, reassess, and you need to do your job. You know what you're supposed to do. I need you to do that, and I need you to do it right now. I don't have time to play tiptoe to the tulips with you. Do your job. You know what to do. You want to talk about feelings and stuff, we can do that when we get back. But right now, I need you on your game, and you're not there. So I was probably a little more blunt than I needed to be, but I got the desired result.
Right.
But at the same time, like I said, none of that was me just trying to be me. I know guys that have done stuff just purely out of spite, just purely to be mean and hurtful, and I've never understood it.
So then I'm thinking of somebody who people think, sometimes some people think is an asshole or is mean. And rarely do I see that he's trying to be mean. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah. I know exactly where this is about to go.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about Jack Spirko because the other day he said, you know, I'm really a nice guy. I just get mad about stuff. And when you look at what he gets mad about, it's like, I think one of his latest rants was telling kids there's no Santa. Like, just let them have Santa for a couple of years. There aren't that many years they even understand the concept. Let them have that magic. It develops their, like, he went off and he said lots of F-bombs. And I'm like, yeah, I could see you sticking up for the kids like that. But, you know, like recently he did a lot of work for me. He launched a signature coffee with me. And to do that, he had to do work. I sent him 6 coffees to taste, and he tasted them and took meticulous notes, chose the one he wanted. He even looked at like blending some. And then I sat with him. He did some of the marketing copy, and I sat with him and I said, "So how do you want to do the revenue on this?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't want any revenue. I just want you to do well, Nicole." That's Jack. He's like the opposite of a dick. And some people don't get that. It just like completely mystifies me. Just because he won't play the vegan PC game doesn't mean he's not a nice guy.
Yeah. And he doesn't buy into people's BS. I mean, for one thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I know we both have met Jack. I know you know him a lot better than I do. But he is one of the more ethical people that I know, especially at his level where he has, I don't even know how many people are in his audience, 150, 200,000, something
I
like
think it's
that.
over 200 now. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's still one of the most ethical people that I know because I have seen him when he says that nobody cares about your business more than me. I've seen that. I've had the opportunity to see it, and it's a very rare trait in a person. It's a very rare trait in a person. And the way that he takes care of his land and the way that, he treats his customer base. Sure, if you go onto his site and you're a dick, he's going to ban you because he doesn't have time for you.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you're just asking a question, he might get frustrated because you're coming from a completely illogical standpoint, but he's still trying to say, hey, dude, here's what you're saying, here's how it's wrong, and here's the way that you need to think about this. His blood pressure might get a little up in doing that, but he's not trying to
bomb along the way.
Yeah, you might get one of those.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's one of those people, he'll call you on your shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm perfectly fine with that because he's being honest.
Yeah.
And he's not saying stuff just to be mean. So, to kind of start to wrap this one up, I mean, I think that ethics is something that if this is something where you might be a dick, this isn't necessarily something that you can't change. It's time to sit back and take a look and ask yourself if you are being a dick. And if you're not, then cool.
Well, and I'm a dick, right? I've just like thrown you for a loop. I'm a dick. I used to be a dick.
Yeah.
So in my 20s, I'm really good at arguing. And I learned in school to argue. And I learned to argue for argument's sake. So I could twist anybody's words against them and make it sound logical. And I gained joy out of twisting people into knots. And one day I realized that was a dick move. And I changed it. But it took me a little while because I would get that little devil voice saying, like, just twist them up, just twist them up. Because my brain works very quickly. So it's very easy for me to anticipate what you're saying and turn it around on you. And I used to be a dick. And I don't think I'm a dick anymore. But I used to be a dick. And it took some discipline to learn not to do that. And I think about the kind of person I might have ended up had I just continued down that path. That would have sucked.
And I've honestly never seen that side of you. So
you probably never will. My 20s were a while ago.
Yeah. But it just begs the point that you can change stuff like that in your life. And remembering that, if you're a dick, people want nothing to do with you. And if you are a star-spangled awesome person, then people want to be associated with you Pick which one you want. I mean, if
Yeah.
you want a person that nobody wants anything to do with, by all means, have a nice life. So that's kind of my point with this one. Um, yeah, I don't think I got anything else on that.
Yeah, don't be a dick. I mean, that's pretty clear.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess until next time. Bye.
Peace.